Well, I'm confused by what you're saying there. Sorry, I don't understand what you're saying. Like, are you saying that Neoplatonism cannot have the good in it?
Yes.
Then you haven't read any Neoplatonism.
I
No, like
see that.
they just say that it's the good, but there's no way to reach it.
What? You don't what?
I think
What?
what he's saying, as I understand Saint Emmanuel, and it's very difficult to understand
Please.
saints, is that the Platonic ideal of Neoplatonism, this abstracted idea that
Yeah.
is Neoplatonism, abstracted from, say, Islam, Judaism, or Christianity, cannot provide the container for the good. It cannot
Okay, so let me.
receive. It cannot be a vessel of goodness.
Okay, so there.
Okay.
What you're saying, Manuel, then, is that the good is not incarnated in Neoplatonism.
What is not
Right.
Or
incarnated?
embodied in Neoplatonism.
I don't think
It's not
Neoplatonism can embody anything.
There is
Like
no incarnate good in
Yes.
Neoplatonism, right?
Yes.
It's just kind of floating around. Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
I understand now.
It's too
That's
abstract.
I wouldn't say that's true. I wouldn't say that's true. So from what I understand, and I'm probably wrong. I'm say I'm wrong already, but let's carry on with my wrong view.
I'm listening.
It's the idea is that it's the participation of goodness in the world. It's not necessarily incarnate, but it participates with you. You are good in itself. Things are good, and it's that
Yeah, but that's
emanation
arbitrary.
with your
It
up
will
there,
just.
And now you don't have
But then
discernment.
it'll just become arbitrary, I think, Bill. Because
Yeah.
then it'll be postmodern, like all over the
Yep.
place. It'll be whatever you deem good.
well, okay, let's go to my own personal views now. Screw Neoplatonism for the time being. My view is I don't think it is arbitrary. Clearly, you intuit. You've got an intuition of what is the good. And hello, Grim. Hello. No,
Hey.
and you've got intuition of how you doing anyway.
I just came in from Mount Athos because
Yeah, but
Oh, of course. How are the monks doing?
they're high.
Ah,
Jacob
I'm
Jacob
Well,
set an
Mount Athos
agenda
is high, isn't
while
it?
I was watching that he wants to know what we are in this group, and I'll include myself for shits and giggles. It's for some reason this is a group of people trying to f the ineffable, and to that I say, what the f? Why the f are you trying to f the ineffable?
because
Is
I
it for
wanna.
is it good times? Is it intellectual stimulating rigorously?
masturbation is not allowed by God, so we need to find different ways to do
It's
it.
clearly allowed by God. He may look
No,
down upon
no.
it and punish you for it, but it's definitely allowed.
Yeah, it's physically possible. There's nothing stopping you, unless you've got no arms or
Allowed.
something, and then you've got to do find other means.
Yeah, this is one thing where present Jacob very much disagrees with past Jacob. Yeah, yeah. God doesn't like masturbation, and I thought he did.
No, that was you.
Go forth and multiply.
I
Not
was a
go forth and
teenager.
spill your seed into fallow ground. Some seed falls in the fallow ground. Some
Okay,
seed
guys,
falls.
I'm taking my leave.
Now she's out. Oh,
Sherry's had
You're
enough
so
of this
wrong.
masculinity.
Peterson.
Goodbye.
Now we're incomplete.
But
We are.
Bill,
I'm missing a rib all
Bill.
of a sudden.
When,
Yeah.
when
Oh
you're,
no.
when
Who are
you're
you?
talking about clearly we have a sense of the good, I'm just gonna invoke Tom Holland, right? Like you're living in a Christian society, and like the fact that you can see good just means that you inherited some Christian
No. So
conception.
I'm actually going full on common sense tradition here. So I'll explain what I mean by this. So how do you know if something is good?
You don't.
You do. Yes, you
No,
do.
you do. That's the
You
thing.
do.
You do.
You do. How do you know? You have this intuition of the goodness, and I mean an intellectual seeming is the technical term for it. That's what I mean by that. You actually seem that you know this is what it's true. This is how we come to believe anything. We seem that it seems right, but we have this intuition about what is the good thing. Now, we may not know particulars, we may not know certain things because we may actually be influenced by other things, but we have an intuition. Like we have an intuition about many different things, not just goodness. We have an intuition about beauty. We have an intuition of like what we're seeing things. Now, when I say intuition, I do not mean heuristic. I do not mean an evolutionary evolved thing. I mean, like, how do you know like something is actually true? Well, I have an intuition about it. So that's what I mean. That is it's just common sense. Like literally, I mean that in the actual technical sense.
No, I'm
like,
not buying it.
But
if you're not
it
buying
is
it,
fun.
that's
you
how you've
can
come
be
to believe
wrong,
anything.
though. But that's the problem, Bill. You can
Of
think
course you can be
something
wrong.
is good, and you can be wrong.
Oh no! I don't say think. There's a
He says
very particular
intuition,
No,
which
no, no.
is
You
like
can have
inner
an intuition that
tuition.
something is right and still be wrong. Like 13-year-old me with masturbation.
No,
Yeah,
no,
like
but
like
the thing
that's
is, you are
that's
still using intuition to use something else. So you've still got a fundamental intuition about things. And I'm not saying that intuition is right or wrong, but it's the way you perceive things. In a sense,
yeah,
call it a
but
moral
it's
sense.
necessary.
Call it a
Yes.
sense, then.
But intuition is necessary, but it's not sufficient. So it's like useless.
No. Okay, so
It's not useless.
no, it's not
Intuition
useless.
is
Okay, let's do another
useless.
way of putting this. You've got eyes, you can see, correct? Yeah.
Mm.
You can perceive things which are wrong. Your senses can blind you, but you still are able to see. Yes, and you are able to interpret this and intuit what you are seeing. Yes, from your sense of sight. Your
Maybe.
intuition of your intuition of it is separate from your sense. Right?
Not really.
Yes.
You're becoming way too Cartesian for me.
No, I'm not being Cartesian. Wait, I'm actually being too Aristotle here. This is the problem.
Okay.
Aristotelian. I mean, too Aristotelian here.
I don't think you can separate the intuition from the sense.
I think your emotions are at play and completely foreign, but that's where the response of your internal barometer emotionally is where the intuition of what's good and evil comes from. Because
Yeah,
like
it's the contrast. Yeah.
if you witness and or participate in something that is evil, you will feel it. You might not be able to like intuit it, but you will feel the evil of it while you're doing it usually, and you can push that aside to keep doing it. But it's like, how do I know a soul exists? Because of the part that hurts.
But
That's
even then, not always. Like I'm also gonna say that's not reliable.
It's not
reliable.
reliable.
Nothing is reliable.
Well, but then okay, but like
But it's the best you got.
I need a better way of explaining this position.
I agree. Well, maybe tradition is better because then you
So
got the
we've spent
collective
about
sense
3 hours on this, and we've come to the to a few things. I think
Masturbation, that
One-
you shouldn't do it.
Yeah,
That's
Well,
the
that's
only
true.
conclusion.
that is true.
You probably shouldn't
Uh,
even have other people do it for you.
Then it's not masturbation. Then it's all right. If other
Actually,
people do it for you, it's not
no,
masturbation.
I think having other people do it for you is actually quite fine. But
Anything but shoving it, anything but planting seed in the garden it's supposed to grow in is wrong.
it's not optimal.
It's
Not
suboptimal. Okay, suboptimal.
I think
I'll
we're
give you
gonna have to
suboptimal.
do another one in like a couple of years and see whether we're still holding that opinion.
Okay. We have agreed that at the very least the Trinity misses a feminine component.
No, okay. Well, I missed that part. Go ahead.
You missed
Let's
that
ignore
part?
the Trinity aspects. Ignore them. What next?
Okay. We've agreed that John Vervaeke's non-theism is a bad term.
Oh yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Talk to his
We've-
marketing department.
We've agreed that relationality and embodiment are integral to human life.
Mm.
Yes.
Okay.
We've agreed that a hierarchy of cognition is necessary.
for a thing.
Anything.
No.
Yeah.
That you cannot have egalitarian cognition. There are stupid people out there who must be labeled stupid.
No, okay, better way of putting this. Some
Or
people are better than others.
Some people are better than others, yes.
More gooder.
No, that's a bad joke anyway. It's like, for instance, it's a test to see if someone's left wing or right wing. If you ask someone if someone are some people better than others, if someone says yes, they're right wing. If they give you a speech, they're left wing.
If they kill you, they agree.
what if they just don't like the bird at all?
Eh,
The
Eh.
bird? What?
The right wing, the left wing. It's a bird
yeah,
that
I
distracts
mean,
us
just
from.
eat it. It'll be tasty.
There are
Um,
a lot better at different things. There's,
we've agreed that fear of God is the beginning of wisdom.
Okay, yeah, I hope so.
Yeah. Not
Um,
100% on that one, but
No, but I mean, hopefully.
what else have we agreed with? That identity is something you cannot have alone.
it's in
Well,
relation.
I should have been here a long time ago. You guys are so off the f.
I don't know. Oh, this is even me like, well, what?
So what have we agreed with, Manuel? What have we agreed? You've been here the whole time.
Well, we've agreed that articulating a positive case is really, really hard and probably impossible because if
If
do
it's
it,
impossible, we're lost. If we cannot articulate a positive case for what we are trying to do and who we are lost. The wokesters win. We might as well just give in.
Well, you're identifying as like anti woke already.
or
But that's parasitic on woke. That's satanic. You cannot identify as against something. That's just futile.
I acknowledge your futile endeavors.
So
But like,
so you think it's futile to try to resist wokery?
yes, yes. I'm a very. There's this beautiful quote by Buckminster Fuller that goes like, "You do not beat the existing system by anything other than rendering it obsolete." It's not the quote. It's not. That's a horrible paraphrase. But like,
Yeah.
you don't. You just render what they're doing as obsolete and irrelevant. You don't fight them.
No, and you don't say no to them either.
Resist not evil.
No, when I say, let's say someone, oh, I don't want to take, but I'll just say no to this, and it's like, great. Everyone else just goes and gets around you, and now you're dead, effectively. So what you mean is, effectively, you be brave in front of it. Is what I'm saying.
But what are
Well-
we being brave for? What are our values? What is our positive
Well-
vision for life?
well, you resist evil, right? So if the wokeists are doing something that is intolerable, effectively, according to your morals, then you should find a way to negate the damage, right?
The Bible verse I'm thinking of is Sur Merav Asetov, flee from evil and do good. And I don't think you can flee from evil without having a vision of the good.
Yes. Well, no, I do think you can. No, I disagree. You can flee from evil, but you're just gonna flee to more evil. That's the problem.
So what's the point? How are you fleeing from evil if you are not fleeing to the good?
Well, under your we need to articulate the good.
Yeah.
I will quote Fifth Element and say that
Please
time
do.
is not important. Only life is important. It and wokeism is inherently anti-life.
But life is time. Your life is made up of the time you have. That's all it is.
Yes, but yours isn't important. Life itself is.
And it's made up of the time that people live. Like, again, this goes back to the embodiment, right? We have to talk about life as embodied in human beings. This disembodied concept of life, just sorry about the ambulance going by, but maybe it's very appropriate. This disembodied concept of life just doesn't work. It has to be embodied. It has to be real. It has to be the life of the people like us and the people around us. Like, there's no life outside of human beings. No human life, at least.
Sure, but humans are a genetically engineered abomination. Life itself exists outside of humans. There's life of kittens over there. So, I mean, if all the humans die and something better is there, or something more capable of the depth of everything that humans can accomplish, what is it that we sacrifice our own species in service of that life?
But there is no life that is like that cat is gonna die if you die.
Maybe.
That cat
Maybe
will just eat your body if you die.
Yeah, and then die.
I'm gonna die.
No, if it escapes,
Everybody's
then it
gonna
can just
die.
eat rats. It'll be fine. Yeah.
Life
That's
goes on. Life
This is the
finds
thing
a
about a
way.
cat. Why do people even have cats as pets and feed them? It's like they'll just eat rats and mice themselves. They don't need to be fed. Just
life,
joking.
life without intelligence is um
Stupid.
yeah, it is stupid. Very much so. You're right. You're absolutely right. And we don't want stupid life. We want smart life.
Yeah, we were talking about love as the thing of the integration, right? So there's an aspect where uh, where the smartness is the integration of the ideals or something, right? Like this of the forms.
The embodiment of the ideals, like going to attend some ritual penis cutting because you're out of time. Is that where you're going to, Jacob, or was
No,
it
I'm going to a
different?
bat mitzvah, not a bris.
Okay, so you okay, whatever. I don't know the difference, but
Close enough.
Bat mitzvah is a girl's 12th birthday.
oh, when
Bris
the
is
ground
a
becomes fertile,
basically yes.
He's going to celebrate life.
I
celebrate the
am
life of a woman. Go do.
yes.
Thanks for letting me come troll you live. I appreciate it. I'll make it for the earlier next time.
Actually,
Yeah, we need more
you
trolling.
had so your idea. I didn't realize YouTube allowed you to do this, but YouTube allows you to make a public playlist and let people contribute to it, and that's actually one of the things I was thinking about possibly proposing is that this conversation be continued as some sort of playlist and people actually have this conversation, other people, not
Yeah.
just involving me.
Also, when he attributes that to me, it's because of the Alien Salience Project
It is.
playlist, where everybody can add their own 7-minute things about what life is and what it means to be a human, as if you're explaining it to an alien. Go check it out. And I have a patron.
Oh.
Okay. I better go soon. Any last words, people?
I'm just going to blame me being tired on some of my explanations near the end. That's one way of saying it. Like trying to.
I'll say this, Bill. I think you should actually probably look into Neoplatonism in one of its actually embodied forms.
Yes. Yeah. No, I will do. I've been reading actually on some Sufism actually at the moment.
I was about to say you could be our Muslim.
I don't really like Islam that much, to be honest with you. But
but
you're
all
British.
the spokespeople for Al Qaeda are gingers. Have you noticed?
God, they're all Scotsmen. I know. Good God, no, thank you. Oh God, there's a lot of things I really do not like about Islam at all. The short answer was just put it this way: Muhammad, really? That's your prophet? That's really?
Well, the book is a whole lot shorter, so.
Okay, I don't want to get murdered, so let's
No, no, but that's just my entire argument. I've not gone any difference. I'm just going, really? That guy? That one?
Manuel or date or Grim. What are we finishing off with? Give us a smart thought to finish off with.
If you're gonna if you're gonna f the ineffable, f it hard.